My eyes are just constantly moist this whole time, and I haven't even said anything
That's how the
specific.
tables have turned.
Hey everyone, you're listening to the Village Kids podcast, a podcast hosted by four childhood best friends. My name is Erin.
I'm Annika.
I'm Julia.
And I'm Marga.
So today's episode, we decided to just check in with each other because it's been a while. We've had four guests on this podcast already, and now I feel like I'm kind of missing my friends, like, just talking to you guys. And actually, today is Marga's birthday. Happy birthday, Margie!
Happy birthday, Margie.
Thank you.
Do you feel like you're in
so
school
fake,
again when you're being called out?
Like when everyone's singing you happy birthday and you
Yeah,
don't
oh
know
my
what
gosh, I
to
hate
do.
that. That's why I'm always
Yeah.
absent on my birthday.
Lucky.
I'm virtually
Yes.
absent today. I'm
I
gonna
know.
check in all the messages later.
How was your birthday morning, Margie? What'd you do?
It was pretty good. I mean, it's a Saturday, so it was really chill. So I felt like when I woke up, I didn't necessarily have to automatically jump into like emails or anything like that. So it was really nice. Then for the first time, I went on a run.
What?
Yeah, I think it was the first time I actually went and decided to go running or jogging
Aw.
in sorts in I would say this year. Yeah, that was the first time I think this year that I decided to do that. Or in at least the last 2-3 months. So progress. I realized I couldn't keep going. So I kept running back to my condo. I was like, okay, one round done, we're good. I was like, okay, we have something to build on.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's so hot there, right?
Yeah.
So go
it
jogging
is.
pa.
Yeah.
I went jogging around like I think I was out the door 7:30. So that was actually particularly warm. I think if I went a little earlier, like maybe around 6 something, then it would have been cooler and maybe I could have pushed a little more. I don't know. Maybe I'm making excuses.
Maybe another day.
Maybe another day.
Yeah.
We'll test it out. We'll test it out.
At least you started your 24th year on a good note.
Yeah.
I just had to continue it.
We
Got
believe
it.
in you.
Yeah, you got this, Margie.
So, how are you guys now? It's been a while since we caught up with each other.
I've been MIA, huh? Ish.
How are you,
Past
Julia?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
um, I'm okay. I think. I don't know. I just needed to like step back from the social world.
Yeah. Get
How about
that.
you guys?
Past week. Gotta be honest, not one of my best weeks too.
Yeah.
Yeah. But also my period just arrived, so maybe that's why.
I just ended.
Oh, sisters, twins. You're the older one.
Wow! I'm the youngest. Excuse me, from the four of us. How are you, Nick, Margie?
I'm okay. I I guess in the
I'm doubting all our okays.
We're all
That's
like,
not.
fine.
How are you really?
how am I really? I'm okay lang. Like, this week is kind of same. In terms of like highlights and lowlights. Highlights, like last week, let's start with high.
Yeah.
I told you guys that that I was going to take my driving exam, right?
All right.
I passed.
Congrats!
Like
One thing
barely.
down.
Yes,
You
but
don't
I
have
passed.
to
I'm also
think
take the
about it
win.
anymore.
Yeah, it
Oh
was
my
such a
gosh.
relief. It was the worst that
Did
I've
you get the same
driven in
guy?
a while. No, I got a different person. But he was equally as nice,
Okay.
which was really, really
Okay.
important, I guess. Because in the end, okay, like no. At the start of when I drove, I already made a mistake. Like, I braked abruptly at a yellow light,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
I went into the pedestrian lane a little bit, and there was this grandpa
Okay.
over to the right, and I thought, like, at that point, that was like my first corner that I turned at, and I was just like,
Yeah.
okay, game over, time to like wait and take this again next month, like dang
Yeah.
nab,
Yeah.
like parang, and I was in my head the whole time, and then um but I guess I was still like somewhat present throughout the exam, like enough to do the bare minimum. But like as
But
I
you
was
made it.
driving, I know,
That's all
as
you
I was
need.
driving, my instructor wasn't anymore looking on the road. Not my instructor, my examiner wasn't anymore looking at the road. He
Yeah.
was just writing like notes about everything that I was doing. It's a no-go talaga. And then I parked, and then he had to count all the errors.
Oh my gosh.
Eventually, he was, after like a minute of just sitting, he was like, okay, today's your lucky day. You passed, but barely. I screamed, guys. I was like, oh my gosh, thank you. I really wanted to be like, are you serious? Really?
If it weren't
He was
COVID,
in
you
a
would
good
have hugged
mood.
him. You would be like, yes.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I think my
Answered
first
prayer.
reaction was, what? No way. Yeah.
Proud of you, Noah.
Yeah, it was.
Even
It
if you
made
did
it
the bare
even.
minimum, that's all you need, hon.
Yeah.
You got
Yeah.
this.
No,
You go take
I'ma
over
take
the
the
streets
win.
of Canada.
Yeah.
You
Mm-hmm. So that was like from like super low of lows to like really high in like the span of an hour. Like from bad mood to like feeling like on top of the world. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Yeah. So that carried me through, I think, last week. And then now from it's bottomed out, like not on bottom, like it's stabilized. So yeah.
How about you,
What
Mark?
about you, Margie?
What happened this week? I don't even know anymore.
Oh,
No, I
last
think
week you were gone because you were busy. You were working the whole weekend, right?
right. I completely forgot about it.
What?
I played it out. No, I was trying to reflect on what happened this last week. I feel like um I don't know if you guys ever feel this. But how I feel about it is that when you're in the moment, I have no sense of what I'm doing. I just know I have to do it. And then so retroactively, if I'm looking back, it's just sometimes it's a blur. Like I know there was a lot, but I can't
You were
necessarily
on
be able
autopilot.
to. Yeah, exactly. And it's good. I'm happy that there are times like when things can be really stressful, but I am still able to manage. And I think that it's something that I needed to learn, or that I need to continue to learn because everyone has their threshold. This is my first job, and the stakes are pretty high. The responsibilities are more than I've ever experienced in my life, right? So it's a lot of things of just trying to get through it also, but I'm glad that at least I'm also able to take care of myself through it, and I'm also able to rely on like people like you guys. You guys were there when I needed someone to like talk to, when I needed reassurance, and I think that's so important. And similarly, of course, there were other people naman also, like who were either working with the project or not. And there's still a lot to go, but a huge milestone was, overcome in that. So little successes, and that's how I was able to completely blur it out because I was just like, okay, we're done for now. I think in that moment I completely forgot how I felt about the last week, but yeah, remembered.
Oh my god.
Welcoming back.
I was starting to look back, thinking, oh, I think it was a chill week. I can't necessarily remember.
when did you have a chill week, Marga?
No, because I couldn't think about anything. I think it was just like, okay, release. You can't. It's done.
Yeah.
It is finished.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Well, it seems like we were all just, hanging on to the wins this week and surviving on just surviving.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like. And yeah, same. Same. Yeah, it was just I don't know. I felt like my period had a big thing to do with it. Also, it's so hot now. Like, oh my
Yeah.
god. It is
Heat wave
summer.
levels.
Yeah. It's like it's super hot and humid during the day here in Davao, and then at night
Yeah.
it just pours like
Pores.
Oh, that's so sad. Like the
like flood
weather.
levels.
Yeah, I mean that could also affect like your I don't know, your allergies and all of that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's summer. Not even like, sunny summer. It's
I
like
know.
cloudy the whole day, but it's so hot. Ugh, I feel like I'm in a plastic bag. That's what it feels like.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
breathing my own carbon dioxide. That's what it is.
Mhm.
God.
Even my plants aren't helping.
Are they like how are they taking the heat?
What?
How are
The
they taking
plants.
the heat? Yeah.
Oh, they're thriving.
Really? You don't have to adjust like the water.
Oh, it rains every night, so it's all right.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
rains pa rin even.
Every night,
And it's
so
still hot
hard.
even when it rains.
Yeah. It's like there's
Yeah.
no relief after the rain.
Yeah, because the steam also from the like cement, right? When it
Yeah.
rains after a very sunny day.
Maybe that's why we've been meh also. Jules, I don't
Maybe.
know. It's
Maybe.
the
The
weather
weather.
here is so weird. It's not like fun summer vibes. It's like typhoon
Yeah.
summer. That's what it feels
Yeah.
like. Is
So
it like that
true.
there too in Manila?
Um,
No, no.
I don't really see. Cause okay, to be honest, I'm in an office majority of the day. Like I enter the office at like 7. And I get home
Oh.
like 9. So if it rains, I or if like for example the cement is wet, I'm just like, oh, it rained.
The day's done, apparently.
And in regards to the heat, I would say that I can't compare because it's only now that since we had ECQ for 2 weeks and for majority of the last 2 weeks, I really was cooped up, especially during the long weekend. I really didn't like exit. So if there were any major change in the weather, I wasn't able to really see or figure that out. But I'm sure it's getting hotter. I'm just not able to like say how hot just yet.
Yeah.
Is it spring na there, Annika? Oh my gosh, it's small talk. Why are we talking about the weather?
Yeah, okay. Why we're talking about
We
the
don't want to get
weather.
into our weeks.
Getting the easy stuff out. So
Yeah.
Sure.
the low hanging fruit. Come on, bring it to us,
Yeah.
Annika. Is it spring?
Oh, tough question. Is it spring? It's weird actually. This year, I feel like spring was super short, and we like are now into summer pretty much. These last few days have been really hot, like shorts weather. And as you can see, like I'm mostly indoors, and my heater is like on for most of the day, so I don't really appreciate actually how hot it is outside. And
Yeah.
today I went out without the jacket and I was just in this. So I think that's a good sign. The summer's gonna be long, hopefully. Have you heard of SAD? Like seasonal affective disorder. Like I don't know if I have it, but
Yeah.
it's pretty common here in the winter time because the days are so the daylight is so short. Yeah. Like before when I would go to school, it'd be dark out, and by the time I leave school it's dark out. And
Yeah.
that kind of stuff just really affects me in terms of like my productivity and like feelings in general.
Yeah.
So I really, for me, feel like I thrive when it's summer and
Same.
days are longer. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's been good. Like I guess it's a good sign na like it's getting hotter here, and like the sun sets at 7 p.m., 8 p.m. almost. Yeah,
Oh,
so
that's so late.
10 at the height of summer. Yeah.
Because that happened when I visited Annika, and then I was so confused.
I don't think Julia would ever sleep if
Confused.
we went there during the summertime.
Like we had dinner.
Like the sun
and-
just set. It's early.
What are you guys talking about? We're sleeping?
I didn't understand it at all. It was just that we had dinner. The sun hadn't even set yet. And then we were getting ready for bed. The sun hadn't even set yet. We were going to watch the sunset in our pajamas. It's just so weird. I couldn't
Yeah.
understand what was happening.
But don't you love it? Or like how did you feel about the days being so long?
I think
Just
I was so intrigued.
Mm.
I was very intrigued. I was like, this does not happen in the Philippines.
Oh my gosh, I love longer days.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm not a morning person. That'd be great.
Yeah.
And the sunsets are prettier in the summer. So really not much to complain
Jules,
about
soon,
weather-wise
hang in
right
there.
now.
I know.
Yeah.
I'll take you on a walk when it's nice. I'll drive over to your house
Oh.
and force you on a walk with Leah.
Hmm.
Don't cry, Air. It's okay. I'll come with you.
My eyes are just constantly moist this whole time, and I haven't even said anything.
How the tables have turned.
Can't talk about anything, guys. I can only take silence.
All right, everyone. That was I guess that's a wrap on our check-ins with each other. Literally, I mean, we see each other literally every week, and we follow this agenda of things to talk about. And in the last 4 weeks, we've actually invited other people into this podcast, and then we also did some preparatory work for that, as well as just really immersing ourselves into what we were doing. So it was really nice to have this moment to really just check in with each other because, yeah, it's like as mentioned, there are certain weeks that our OKs are all in sync, and there's so much to unpack behind that, but we can't necessarily unpack it all here in this podcast. But it's really nice to just know that even now we understand each other's silences and pauses and our our weird and awkward laughs and misdirects to the weather. So thanks so much for listening in to these short check-ins, and hopefully we'll be able to see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.